Great night, great night, great night. Yes. Oh my God, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our conversation this evening, which is going to absolutely blow your mind. It always does mine. I know I'm always like, whoa. And I've been in this company going on over a year, and I'm literally still amazed. Like, how you could still be amazed. I am telling you guys, let me see if my camera, I hope I don't look a hot mess, guys. So let me just make sure I clean my camera lens and don't break the camera tonight. How about that? Let's see here. Because I know sometimes it's nice to see a face, to a voice. So good night, good night, good night. Welcome to tonight's phenomenal conversation that we are going to have with you. I'm trying to find my screens, of course. I got it live on Facebook, but of course I can't find where I'm supposed to be. There we go. So this is our conversation tonight about SANKI Global. And listen, SAN means respect and key for vital energy. So if you came on here tonight to just, you heard it maybe on the radio, you heard Dr. Helen, she spoke about, all of these testimonials, all these different things that have been transpiring because of these amazing products. Well, tonight I'm kind of here to boot and stand behind her and say, yep, there's some amazing testimonials that you will hear and share tonight. I'll share you some videos and show what we have seen, what has transpired here. And one of the things that we love to say here at SANKI Global, we don't want to make any medical claims. We want you to keep on going to your doctor because we want to show you how we can work hand in hand with your doctor and allow those medications to reduce slowly but surely. And we don't cure or mitigate any diseases, guys. And from a perspective of financial wealth, we do not make any financial claims. But I will say this to you. I will say that whatever effort you put in, guess what? You are definitely going to sow. Bottom line, whatever effort you put in, you're going to sow when it comes to the concept of network marketing, but especially in SANKI Global, whatever effort you put in, you're going to sow it. So what is SANKI? SAN means respect, like I said, and key for vital energy. And guess what? Guess what key SAN means? Key SAN means Holy Spirit. Like how, like what? Like that to me is so amazing because it shows the power of God moves somewhere in these products. And in everything that they do, you always see the spirit of excellence. And when I see the spirit of excellence, I see that there has to be a God move somewhere in something. But I just want to let you know who kind of backs this company, because I know the first thing sometimes people say is, well, okay, first of all, I never heard of SANKI. And two, well, what this company about? Well, this is our kind of, I would say, a part of the backbone, because you know how the backbone has ribs and then it has the spinal column, it has skin, it has a little bit of fat. Well, this is the power of four right here. We have four powerful products, but we have four powerful individuals that kind of back us and guide us along the journey on top of the rest of the staff. But to the far left, we have Mr. Jose Avida, dynamic individual. He himself alone, well, first of all four of these individuals together, probably about 100 years in network marketing and in business. But Mr. Jose Avida, he's a speaker, he's world-renowned speaker, he's a dynamic leader, and his ideas are ingenious. And what I always love about Mr. Avida is, I don't want to say he's the yes man, but he kind of is, because he doesn't believe in there being anything that cannot be solved. So whenever there's an issue, whenever we have any type of anything going on, he is literally the first guy to say, okay, what's the solution? Then we have Queen Dr. Helen Delahousse Clay. Y'all heard her on the radio. Those that know her, she is the CSMO, Chief Sales Marketing Officer for SANKI Global. And I might say that she is the first African-American to actually hold this position as a female. So to me, that's powerful and says a lot for her and who she is. But listen, she is a servant leader, and her motto always is, I will serve until no expiration. So she is constantly always serving us in the field, making sure it happens, making sure that they care about the Caribbean, making sure that she is felt, that her presence is felt in the Caribbean. Then we have Queen Fabiola Hernandez. This lady, once again, takes right after Dr. Helen's servant leadership, takes right after the COO. You know how they always say, you can always tell the spirit of something from the head? And literally this is trickles down. So you have the COO, believes in service, believes in quality ethics. Then you have the CSMO, service, quality ethics. Then you have the sales manager, quality ethics, service. Then you have our international sales director. He believes in service too. King Tim Trahan. It's like all we can do is learn to serve. And of course, me, you know, I'm a servant leader. I absolutely love to serve persons. I've always been told, Ruthann, you can't serve everybody. Well, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to serve everybody as much as I possibly can. Okay. So what is it about SANKI Global? Well, first of all, SANKI is backed with over 50 years, guys, 50 years of scientific studies with the latest in nutrigenomics and Japanese biotechnology. So yeah, we're going deep. It's not a skin topical type of thing. No, this is something nutrigenomics, like, you know, nutrition. So we're getting really technical biotechnology, and, you know, like King Tim Trahan always says, he likes to say it's a technology company tied up in nutraceuticals. So then you'll be like, well, what is that? Well, guess what? You're going to find exactly what we're talking about in short order. It's an amazing company, guys, and the products are just absolutely mind-blowing. But the future is in research and development, and the SANKI Global has found the process to develop the active components that are revolutionizing nutrition at the cellular level. So like I said, our products are going deep. They're going within. They're going to the cellular level. They're nanotechnology, and you're going to hear more in short order. Okay, you're going to hear about what these products do, how they do it. Okay, but I'm going to share some stats. But oh, let me tell you, we have offices in Japan, France, Dubai, Spain, Mexico, Colombia, and Vegas. And I'm hoping soon, you see Bahamas right there? You see it on the map, right? I can't zoom in the map, right? But you know, you could see it, right? A little dot, that dot right there. I'm hoping soon, hint, hint, clue, clue, that we have an office in the Bahamas. So I always feel that you got to speak it into existence in order for it to happen. So I'm speaking it into existence, and I hope soon we have an office in the Bahamas. We currently have fulfillment centers in the Bahamas, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, Trinidad and Tobago, and of course we ship all over the United States and all over the world. But we have a fulfillment center here locally, which to me really helps with everything because you don't have to wait. You know, our turnaround time for delivering and making sure you have your products is about 48 hours. So once you've placed an order here locally in the Bahamas, you're going to get that order within 48 hours. To me, that's simply amazing because, you know, a lot of times being in the Caribbean, we got to wait for the freight forwarder. Then the freight forwarder, they don't have a flight that week. So then that gets messed up and then it gets stuck in customs and held up in customs. So then you got to wait for that. And then you have to then listen and hear how persons are going to get charged this week and that next week. And this week they can charge you $20. Next week, because they is feeling a little broke, they can charge you $40. And no. Okay. Not here. Not here at SANKI Global. We have a fulfillment center, set prices, amazing, fantastic, phenomenal. That's all I got to say about that. So I'm going to share some stats with you, and then I'm going to bring on one of my amazing business partners. I absolutely love him. I call him my brother in poetry and in health. So what are some of the biggest problems in America? And I'm going to say this as if this is America. However, I will tell you that the stats that we have found here in the Bahamas is that 98%, you heard me, 98% in the Bahamas have non-communicable diseases. And that simply means, because, you know, some people need to see it. They can't understand when you just say 98%. Okay, and if you were to knock, I think what are our numbers here in the Bahamas now? I think we're nearly up to 400,000 people in the Bahamas. Okay, so if you were to knock on each door, everybody's door, every door in the whole entire Bahamas, each home, somebody has something going on. Asthma, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, lupus, cancer. Some people might have HIV. So many things are happening in each home. Liver disease, something going on. something going on in each home, guys. That to me blows my mind every time. And why it blows my mind is because if you think about it, we, in comparison to, for instance, big old United States, we're nothing. We're a little nothing in the ocean. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say this to say that listen to the stats in the United States. 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight. Well, if COVID didn't show us anything, it showed us that we love to eat. Oh, Lord, we love to eat. And food became your best friend. You didn't have nothing else to do but eat. The kids drove you crazy, you ate. Your husband might or your wife might have driven you crazy, you ate. You couldn't go outside, guess what you did? You ate. So we got overweight people, I should say, have COVID weight on them now, even more so than just general weight, eh? So 1 in 3 children in America are overweight. Yes, definitely. I've watched my son gain weight, which is, something that's everybody has been doing it because, like I said, everybody's been eating. And then kids, they weren't really allowed out to play. Nobody wanted them on this playground. Nobody wanted them on the beach. Nobody wanted them riding their bikes. So of course, now in the Bahamas, the kids are really obese. Every 34 seconds, someone in the US suffers from a heart attack. Guys, my dad died of a massive heart attack. I'll never forget. He left Nassau on a business trip, never returned, like seriously, never returned home, had a massive heart attack on Moores Island. And it was, imagine me at 14, my dad passed away. Women account for nearly half of the heart attack deaths. And I know it has to be either men or women. And maybe it could have said, well, many more men die or many women, but half of women, with heart attack deaths. But over a lifetime, this part really always chokes me, is heart disease kills women 5 times more than breast cancer. And we talk about breast cancer all the time, and persons have succumbed to breast cancer, persons battle breast cancer. Our very own Dr. Helen De La Houssaye Clay suffered and overcame breast cancer, but women are dying 5 times more of heart disease, but we don't talk about it. It's like another silent killer. And in the Bahamas, high blood pressure is like silent killer number 2, other than, diabetes as well. It's incredible. 29.1 million people in the US have diabetes. 1.4 million new cases of diabetes every year, and 1 in 10 ages 20 and over have diabetes. And now children, you're finding so many children, if they're not pre-diabetic, they are diabetic. And that's scary because, of course, when you think about that happening at a young age, I know my very, very best friend who passed away 2 days after Dorian, she had diabetes from the age of 4. And at the age of, I think she died, that would have been 37. And she had actually gone on dialysis at the age of 34. So for 3 years prior to her death, she was on dialysis because of course, what? The insulin and the diabetes. So we got to do something, guys. So without further ado, I'm going to start that conversation off for you. And I'm going to start that conversation off with a gentleman that I absolutely, like I said, I love him to death. He's a business partner of ours here at SANKI Global, a business partner of mine. And I call him the poet of health. That's my name for him, because when you hear him rhythm and rhyme, you're going to be like, oh yeah, he's the poet, all right. And the rhymer. And so without further ado, he's going to come up and he's going to share with you some information about this microbiome. I don't know if you might have never ever been on one of our Tuesday night calls that we have every single week that talks about this invisible force that's in our body. And it's called the microbiome. And you might not, you'd be like, Dr. Ruth, I don't even know what you're talking about. Microbiome. Listen, this microbiome, he's going to just give you just a snapshot, because we ain't want to give you all the sauce. We just want to give you little sauce. Just a little tiny, little sauce. So without further ado, King Clive Campbell, have you made it to the call?
I have made it to call, Queen Dr.
Awesome.
Ruth Ann. Yes, man.
Please
Thank you
take it
so
away.
much. Bless you. Good night, everyone. I'm happy to always be speaking with you about this microbiome. I believe it is some of the most fascinating information that I've heard in my 50 plus years. Hope you find some worth and value in it also, and that it might change the way you see yourself. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when you look in the mirror or you take a photograph, that does not tell the true picture of who you really are. For you to find out who you are, you have to look under a microscope, because wherein in the human body, we have 10 trillion human cells. Science is telling us that we have 10 times the amount of microbial cells in our body, 100 trillion. We're talking about bacteria, fungi, archaea, parasites, and viruses. And we are an ecosystem. We do not have our bodies to ourselves, and it is futile. We try to sterilize ourselves because God did not intend for us to be sterile. You see, God is the one that gave permission for these bacteria and other microbes to live in the human body from the very day that we were born. Within hours after birth, these guys begin to grow in our body. And when we were born, we were 99% human cells only. But when we were 5 years old, less 3 to 5 years old, we are now 90% microbes and only 10% human by cells. And when it comes to genes, it is even more startling and just mind-boggling that we have 22,500 genes based upon the Human Genome Project started in 1990. After the Human Microbiome Project was launched, we find out that in terms of microbial cells, we have more than 3 million microbial cells to 22,500 human cells. So the truth be told, many of the functions we thought we were doing for ourselves as human beings, rethink. It is being done by microbes, in particular bacteria. So what make us human ain't even human. This has been a wake-up call for me. The more we look at science, the more I research. I'm looking at more than 100 different doctors, online, offline, speaking to them about this. And they're all saying the same thing. This is a new field. This has changed many things in terms of how we look at the human body. And we have made the world a very dangerous place for us to live. And we are mostly microbes. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the persons that I've been asking to some information of, she did a topic on the human microbiome, a new frontier in health, representing the University of California. Her name is Dr. Susan Lynch. I quote for you what she said. So for me, we are at a watershed moment in human biology. We have just discovered that we have this ancillary microbial genome that really influences our health, that shapes our cells and work and influences our health status. Microbiome expands the genetic and functional capacity of the human host. We really believe that this is the new field that is changing the face of human biology. Ladies and gentlemen, your doctor has been looking after you from the very day you were born or before you were born. Many doctors are yet to be aware of the fact that we have a microbiome in our body, of which 39% lives one place in our body inside the lower part of our gut called the colon. It functions as an organ. As Dr. Ruthan said earlier, this is an invisible organ. 39 live trillion microbes. You cannot see them with your naked eyes because they live in the mucus lining layer of your gut. But they function as an organ. They control the body and they lend us their 3 million genes to help the body to function. They make our serotonin and 30 different neurotransmitters that controls our mood. They are in our brain. They control our immune system and they make it sharp, they make it intelligent, and they make it relevant. They control the digestive system and prevent us from having celiac disease, Crohn's disease, diverticulitis, irritable bowel syndrome, gastritis, ulcerative colitis, and all the other gut-related issues. But oftentimes they are damaged, and that is the why we are functioning with a sick gut. That is why we have skin problem. We have neurological problems like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and stroke. That is why we have cardiovascular issues. That is why women have vaginal issues. That is why there are urogenital issues. And that is why we have upper respiratory tract issues. That is why we cannot fight and win COVID on our own, because our microbiome in our gut is damaged. If it is damaged, we cannot be healthy. This is the new biology. This is not Clive Campbell saying this. This is new medicine saying this. Next time you go to your doctor and is about to write you a prescription for an antibiotic, you say, Doc, bear in mind, I'm 90% microbial. who are you going to give that? And if he insists that he has to give it to you because of the nature of your infection, he now has to give to you prebiotics and probiotics to reestablish a gut that is going to be decimated by antibiotics. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new field of science. These microbes are the software that runs the hardware of the human body and even your brain. Your 100 billion brain cells take instructions from your gut. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to get too carried away because I get excited to know that I have a microbiome. It's my newfound friend. I'm having fun knowing that I have a microbiome. One of 100 trillion in the body, 39 trillion lives in the gut. I'm going places with them. I'm having fun. I'm exercising more. I'm eating better. I'm feeling better about myself. I know I'm not alone. I've all these friends to par with and just to help me to fix my health. If I take care of them, they take care of my health issues so I can fix my money problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we have much more to say, but as Dr. Ruthan says, if you join us on a Tuesday night, you get the full story. So I'm happy to mention this to you. Do your research, YouTube and Google, and you will see much more. Dr. Ruthan, over back to you.
Wow, wow, wow. Like I told y'all guys, I was only giving y'all little sauce. Just drops, drop. That was droplets of sauce. Tuesday, you will be like, listen, we have literally people that don't come off the line at all, and we be on for a little bit. Like we literally we don't stop, and it's because why we want to share this information completely with you so that you have total understanding of what he speaks of when he says the microbiome. You heard what he said? He's have fun with them. They all over the place. They going wherever he goes. Listen, what makes us human? Guys, sorry to tell you, it's just not human. It's not human. So without further ado, we want to keep it moving, and we want to share with you, what are these products? What are these products? Guys, it's just 4 products. Like seriously, it's like not a million, it's not 20,000, it's 4 fantabulous products that we have here. And they are all nanotechnology. Nano simply means that it's so minuscule, tiny, that it goes immediately into the bloodstream. Immediately, as soon as you take it, it gets into the bloodstream, it starts doing what it's supposed to do. And our products are here to, one, help and aid that microbiome, make sure that your gut bacteria is getting the right stuff. And why is that so important? Because our gut is our second brain. Well, maybe it's our first and our brain's our second, but we need both brains to be functioning correctly. So we need that gut bacteria, that brain down there to be saying, I'm healthy, I'm good, I'm feeling great. And once that's in order, your body can level out to homeostasis and it can do what the body needs it to do. So I'm going to bring up, I love this lady. She I call her my fellow unicorn. She, literally, I've never physically met her, but I know she's my fellow unicorn. She colors her hair like I do, and she's the bomb. You always kindred spirit, no kindred spirit. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up this medical practitioner. She's a phenomenal individual. I call her AKA Dr. Denise. Are you out there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Queen Coach Ruthan. I'm here, all raring and ready to go.
Awesome. So her and I usually, this is our presentation and we just take it by storm. And so each of us kind of like, dip in and out and say our part about what these products mean to us, what we have seen them do for other persons, how they've aided and assisted people. So first and foremost is the Hasaki. The Hasaki is literally, people would say, oh, it's a protein replacement or meal shake. No, It aids and assists in that. And you can use it as a replacement as well as something to beef you up. So it depends on what side of the scale you want to be on. But guys, this deals with nourishing the microbiota with over 596 metabolites. And with that sentence, I'm just going to stop there and let Denise explain to you just that sentence. We ain't even gone no further. Let her explain that to you. Take it away.
Wow. Why 596? Have everyone ever asked yourself that question? Why it's not 900? Why it's not 600? Why it's not 205? Okay, folks, the reason for 596, that's your genetic coding. that helps break down enzymic functions in the microbiome, which is in the gut. All the amino acids and enzymes and all these wonderful metabolites in the system. It helps break down and metabolize all the foods that we take into our bodies. It is so, I mean, it is very intricate that when you take food, we don't know what happens within a second in our digestive system. And all these metabolites, 596, helps to break down our lipid, our fats, our carbohydrates, our sugars into, you know, for easy digestion within the organs, which is the gallbladder, pancreas, spleen, and the liver. All right. And we have a lot of persons having issues in just simply digesting. And when we have problems with the digestive tract and the digestive system, when these microbiotas go out of balance, guess what happens? We get on the diabetes, cardiovascular issues. We have, you know, chronic pains, conditions, you know, inflammation starts to rise in our system. So hence the reason, you know, this formulation for the 596, and I'm really, really, you know, I get all excited as Queen Dr. Ruth Ann would say, I get all excited when it comes to this, because most times all diseases within the body stems from the digestive tract, and people doesn't realize that you know, our genetic engineering is very, very profoundly important, because of this intelligence that when we don't get these metabolites to break down, it causes a lot of stress with the microbiota. And what is the microbiota, folks? It is the specific microorganisms found within a specific environment. So every part of the human body, every organ has its own microbiome that helps to repair and to help reset and to also help with digestion in the system. I hope you guys getting this tonight, you know, because information is very, very important when, you know, we have it locked down. And not many persons, I mean, I work with my MDs, but not many of them understands the how should I put it, the magic of digestion. And when your body don't digest, this, you know, all these issues, as Master Clive would say, happens in our tissues, and we start to go out of whack, out of balance. Back over to you, Dr. Rutha.
Yes, you heard that, right, guys? Did you hear that? And like she said, like you don't understand the importance of absorption of metabolizing and making sure that the digestive tract happens. And, you know, I remember being on a call with our medical director one day, and he said, you know, when you see persons with those huge stomachs, you're like, oh, they're just fat. No, they're sometimes full of a lot of doo-doo, you know, and that's how he says it. It's, you know, plain and simple. And you have stretched your intestinal tract. You understand what I'm saying? We're just like pushing all this food in, and it isn't coming out. It's not coming out on the next end. But I can tell you, from me being incontinent back in 2019, the end of 2019, December, when I first tried these products, I'm not incontinent anymore. All I have to do is drink my Hasaki every single day, and I'm good to go. I am good and raring to go. But it also provides energies to trillions of the mitochondria, and the mitochondria is the energy of the cells. It improves the protein absorption, like she said, by 20%, man. And it increases the oxidation of fat. And the mitochondria, guys, makes up 70% of your body weight. Did you just hear me? 70% of your body weight.
Wow.
That like, Joy, whenever I think about that, I'm like, I literally sit here and think about someone weighing 100 pounds, and that 70% is all this mitochondria floating around in their body.
Yes.
That's a lot. That is a lot. And so, guys, our Belage, our morning shower, our belle age, beautiful age, as we like to say, that's what it means, belle age, like Bella age, beautiful age. It reactivates our body's antioxidants. It increases energy production naturally. You start taking this product, you find that your energy starts to increase. If you take the product and you find that your energy decreases, guess what it means, guys? you need to detox. You need to flush. You need it out of you. Whatever is in you needs to come out because you're not functioning at your optimal level yet. You need it to flush out so that the belage can do what it needs to do, and it improves blood circulation. This is the product that helps and aids persons that have impotence, persons that are dealing with erectile dysfunction. If that is you, or if you know somebody that is, it's causing issues in their marriages, in their relationships, in them personally, guess what? This is the product for them. But not only does it do that, it does so many other things. Like Dr. Lola said the other night, she says people kind of get confused when you start talking about the SANKI system because they say, well, okay, so what's for sinus? Oh, belage. Okay, so if I have migraines, belage. Oh, I have tingling in my fingertips. Oh, belage. They're like, but I just gave you like 10 different things going on with me, and you just called 1 or 2 or 3 products. Like what? Like how is that possible? Guys, it's technology. It's formulas. These products were not created to heal or mitigate any one disease. It was created to allow the body to get in line, to allow the body to get to what homeostasis is. And if you are that person on the line, like I said earlier, that needs a description or needs to figure out what am I talking about? Okay, homeostasis. I'm a car person. Okay, yeah, I'm not driving right now. I get it. I'm not able to walk. Okay, yes, I know. But my type of car, my favorite car, is a GT Mustang 5 to the floor. 5 to the floor is what, guys? Stick shift. Okay. So a Mustang purrs. If it's optimally at its best, guess what it does? This is how it sounds, guys. Vroom. It purrs. That's what your body is meant to do. It's meant to get to a level of homeostasis, which means your body is purring at its optimal health, at where it's supposed to be. So that guess what it can do, guys? It can do what God created it to do, which is heal itself, okay? It increases hydration at the cellular level. Remember what I first said when I started. This is nanotechnology. Hydration at the cellular level, it means that it can permeate the eye wall barrier as well as the brain barrier. If you're having eye issues, if you're having anxiety, depression, dementia, this is for you. This is for you. This can help with Alzheimer's. Why? Because it's hydrating the brain. It allows for the fluid to get there, and it allows it for it to be hydrated. But if you also have, that tingling, this belage, this pushes through the blood. It gets into the capillaries and does what it has to do. It starts pushing, moving. Joy, what you have to say about this belage, man?
Oh, Lord. I can go hours on talking about this belage. Folks, you just hear Dr. Rusan said, you have this condition, belage. You have that condition, belage. You have, migraines, belage. You have whatever condition you have, we say belage. You know why? Because the belage has the formulation and the coding to reset the genes in our body. Folks, if you understand the microbiome, and I am plugging you in next week, Tuesday, so you have a better understanding of what your body is made up of. The number of genes in all these microbes in one person's microbiome is 200 times the number of genes in the genomes. I just explained what is the genomes, right? It's actually the genetic, the genomes is which has your genetic instruction and information needed to build and maintain that organisms, in the human body. And when these signals go out of balance, meaning that, as we get younger, I say, the stem cells goes dormant in our body. So let's say, for instance, you have cholesterol issues, which means your liver is not doing what it's supposed to do at that enzymic function rate. Amylase, lipids, and all of these things are not breaking down. Hence, you will get certain conditions like psoriasis, you will get high cholesterol, you might get fogginess of the brain, Alzheimer's, dementia, all kinds of things start to affect the human body when these organs start to go out of balance. And folks, the belage has that nanotechnology in the way it is formulated. And I don't want to go, become a scientist here and make you guys become scientists in the formulation. But all you need to know is that it's resetting the body's chromosomes and balancing its genetic function, its genetic signal, sorry, so that it can do its work, activate those stem cells to start repairing the organs and make the organ function as it needs to a stage called homeostasis, where it can work on its own. And when these things start to happen, it starts to protect something that we call the telomeres in our body. The telomeres is the ends of chromosomes that we're talking about, you know, X and Y chromosomes you hear. Every time your body goes degenerated, it gets shorter and shorter. So the X is getting shorter and shorter. But what it does, it gives these, you know, chromosomes to without starts to repair it, so it don't uncap itself from deteriorating. Because when these things start to deteriorate and we have short telomeres in patients, guess what starts to happen? A variety of disorders starts to take place, like this keratosis congenita, aplastic anemia, you know, pulmonary fibrosis and cancer. We're hearing a lot of this happening now, folks. Listen, I will preach now until the end of never. You do not know what you have in your hands right now. And the people that is bringing this information out to you, sometimes, you know, I mean, I get really godly angry because I am sitting in the hospital doing my rounds in clinics and seeing how patients are suffering, and, you know, and we are being taught differently. So we have to reprogram our mindset now as to understanding how the body works at that other molecular level. Back over to you, Dr. Rutan.
Well, you know, I'll say one little 2 sentences about NS7, but you know that's your baby, so you know I just gonna say I'll just read what's on the screen and give you all a little testimony. But listen, this NS7 comes from 321 meters deep in the Okinawa Ocean. It's in a reserve area called for medical facility that they utilize just for medical purposes. So literally it goes all the way down 321, brings up this salt water, and what comes out of it, main ingredients is magnesium and potassium. But I'm gonna let Dr. Denise go into details about it, but it balances your pH, you know, and it stimulates relaxation and revitalization, improves digestion, and recovers your body's essential minerals. And one or two testimonies is, guys, ladies, if you're going through the change in life, hormonal imbalance, the thyroid issues, if you have bad menstrual cramps, this NS7, bad to the bone. Me personally, I use the NS7 with the Balage, especially for pain. That's my 1-2 punch. And people say, well, hold on, that's salt, child. I got high blood pressure. How you want me to take salt? This has 60 milligrams of salt in it, guys. And I say that with a straight face, because when I heard the other day someone say that to me, you know what I had to do, right? Listen, Dr. Denise, I had to go online and I had to start Googling. I went into my Google University, and child, you hear me tapping on my phone? This was me. I say, hold on now. Okay, let's go look. People eating Kentucky, like Kentucky getting out of season. How much salt in Kentucky? Nearly, it was like not only like 110, nearly up to 1,100 milligrams of salt. I was like, what? A bag of chips, 500 and something milligrams of salt. I was like, what? Soda, 25 to 30 milligrams of Coke soda. I think it was 30 milligrams of salt in a Coke soda. A Coke soda, guys. And I see people bottling down Coke like it ain't no business. And I know them people got high blood pressure. But then you can take my little NS7 that got a little 60 milligrams of salt, talking about, oh, it come from the sea, so it's salty and make you high blood. If you don't, But anyway, I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Denise because she can tell you about this NS7.
Wow. You see this NS7, folks? You might just see behind the box potassium, magnesium, zinc. But let me tell you something. It has over 60 plus minerals in the NS7. And do you know what minerals does for the body? The minerals is actually what feeds your blood cells. I'm a clinical blood analyst, so I can tell you what goes on into that blood. And when that blood is dead, you see, it means that there is no mineral content in there. You might be eating the whole world of healthy foods and it's not being absorbed in your body because it needs the minerals, which we call trace minerals, for food or anything that you put into your system to be absorbed for nutrition. All right. So here's what we have: the inner seven plays many crucial roles within the body. It improves transit and increased feeling of lightness. I have seen persons who have had foggy head, lightheadedness, going through all sorts of mental issues and so forth, depression and so forth, starts to bounce back and be more alert and aware and starts to, find focus once more. It supports and balance, as Dr. Rutan said, the pH in the body. All right. It supports the body's fat burning system, magnesium, potassium, zinc, chromium, vanadium, and all of these silent minerals within the body. It supports hormone balance and diabetes parameters. She spoke about that already. It supports relaxation and healthy nervous system. Folks, let me tell you something. You know what? Magnesium is one of to me, it's a wonder mineral, because magnesium helps to convert your blood sugar to energy. Now, as you rightfully said, persons, they came to me concerning that and saying, oh my gosh, my blood pressure went high and, I can't, I'm having these issues. Folks, let me tell you something. When you are having issues in your tissues, your body spikes before it stabilizes itself. So it means that it is breaking through into that blood barrier at nanotechnology, little at a time, and actually repairing those mitochondria, those dead little cells that it's trying to regenerate and rejuvenate in your body, because that's your power cells, that's your powerhouse, and starts to have them activated for wellness. And then you see, when you take, I will say it to you because I am in both worlds. When you take a pharmaceutical drug, you don't get no sort of feelings because it's like a plaster on a sore effect. But when you take nutraceuticals, it starts to dig up all the issues within the body and you get pain before you get healing. So once you start to feel pain before healing, you know something is happening in that body. All right, folks. It also is a natural anti-stress agent. We've spoke about that. And it also attracts water to the intestines as soon as digested and reduces constipation. Now, persons have been having issues with constipation and colon issues and IBS and all these fancy words that clinically we give names to. But let me tell you something. Once you put these things into your body, many persons don't drink water. And another thing that people do when they're on these products, they find, okay, well, I mix it in 12 ounces of water or 8 ounces of water. And that's my water for the day. No, you need to drink water now to flush the toxins out of the lymphatic system so you don't get sluggish, fatigue, chronic fatigue, and tiredness. That is what caused the body to start having these issues and feelings, because you need now to drink the water to flush it out, because these products are going to start doing the repair work in a way which your body is starting to adapt and absorb in a faster way. Calcium helps reduce body acidity. Do you know that calcium is not only important for teeth and bones, it's also important for building red blood cells, strengthening the veins and arteries in the body, in the vessels, and it also helps to oxygenate the blood as well. So when you have low hypoxia within the blood system, you start to find that you're having issues, you're not getting enough oxygen to the brain, you're having circulation issues, varices of veins, it's not going, microcirculation. You might be getting blood flowing through the system, folks, but it's not doing microcirculation. So you start to tend to feel pins and needles, tinglings, as we call it. Hence the reason why we need calcium to start working through the system, to start opening up those arteries and oxygenating those cells. Selenium also has an effect on vitamin C. When you take your B complexes, you need vitamin C to be at the activation to absorb into the body as well. So it rejuvenates and protects microcirculation, regenerates. Potassium regulates the heart and muscles. Now, we have issues with persons having, arrhythmias and palpitations and all of these things. It is telling you that potassium might be low in the system. Now, I'm not saying that when you have these feelings, you don't check your medical, doctor or call. Sometimes you might be getting cardiac arrest and it mimics certain things, but definitely, what is cardiac arrest, cold sweating and the pains and the numbness and all of these things starts to happen. Sometimes it's simple, your potassium level is low. So you start to find you getting little palpitations because the parathyroids and thyroid glands is not getting enough, TSH hormone, so that it's, that activates and regulates that as well. So you might start to get a little irregular heartbeat, bit bop kind of thing in between beats. So a little bit of potassium is going to regulate and help you promote the smooth transition of signals, right, caused by the stimulus along the nerves. Do you know how important that is for persons who have osteochondrosis and spinal issues and degenerative disc and all of these things at the nerve endings and around, hands, metacarpal syndromes and all of these things? It starts to repair those, the glue within those joints that get wear off and eaten off. That is what these minerals do. And also, last but not least, one of them, copper, regulates blood cholesterol. So folks, listen, you are becoming medicalized with nutraceutical solutions for this time. Back over to you, Dr. Rutan.
See, I tell you all, you see, she gone. I tell you, when she started talking about that in the 7, there's a passion. Hey, listen, I love it. But like she said, guys, you got to drink the water. Like I always tell persons, just like a toilet bowl. If you need that toilet bowl to flush, what does it have to have in it? Water. If there is no water, the thing does not flush, period, dot. So how about your body? If you don't have water in it, it's not going to flush, So listen, Cronwy fire, Crenue fire, Crenui, Crenute. But it's French Japanese, so Cronwy. How about that? This product right here reduces the absorption of calories, sugars, and carbs. Simply put, guys, high blood pressure, diabetes. This product is for you. This product is made up of Japanese black beans. You also have the antioxidants out of the green tea. And what I love, it actually has a little bit of the ballage inside of it because it has that bacteria off of the olive tree leaves, as well as some of the rosemary inside there. So it's like a 1-2 whammy punch, like boop. You really get knocked down with this one because listen, it deals with the gastric protection and antioxidation, and it increases thermogenesis to remove fatty tissues. So simply put, those rolls, especially us women, men too, but us women that got them rolls that's supposed to be on the dinner table, but it ain't there. It's somewhere around our entire midsection. This is going to help to burn those rolls away, guys. And what's so funny? You don't even notice it's happening, because it happens whilst you sleep, because this product also aids in sleep. Guys, we had this week, our nurse Donnelly, our very own from the Bahamas, did a workshop on sleep on Monday. Blew us out of the water. Did you know? And this is not even a fun fact. Did you know that when you don't sleep, there's chances as women, it can cause breast cancer? Like that is a sign when you ain't sleeping, you could get breast cancer from not sleeping. Did you know that? Did you know that so many diseases happen because you don't sleep? Did you know? Listen, this man, Dr. Denise, I know when I heard all of these things, like you know it, but you don't know it. But then when you suddenly really hear it, then you're like, what? Right. Like, no, man. And she just went into all these different things. And even like, persons that were having different issues with their thyroid and hormonal imbalance. And it's because no sleep. So us women out there that we always rolling over grouchy and miserable and all this thing, listen, hear me and hear me good. All I'm saying to you guys, these products work 100% of the time on 100% of the people. And you heard what Dr. Denise said. There are valleys of healing. So when you feel like everything's like, oh no, this ain't working, child, I in pain. Oh. No. Slow down now. Breathe. Drink some more water. Drink some more water. Drink. Okay, did you hear me? Drink some more water. Breathe. And make sure I put another ballage in the cup whilst you're breathing, eh? How about that? Drink some more water, add another ballage, and breathe. Because it's not the products. I remember a gentleman who started the ballage. I'll give you a few short testimonies. A gentleman started the Balaj, did not know he had kidney stones. You hear me, Dr. Denise? Did not know. Suddenly he went to
Oh,
go and pee. I
yes.
think it was like a week later. And when he went to pee, he there pushing in pain. Kidney stones came out in his urine. Then
True.
a lady, she knew she had fertile issues, like infertility issues. Didn't really know, what was the problem. Never was diagnosed. Couldn't figure it out. She's drinking the product. I think she was drinking the Balaj in the Inner 7. Goes to take a shower. This foul odor comes out of her, and this awful discharge comes out of her.
Yes.
Don't know what it was. Like it was like, what? We have another gentleman, prostate issues. Had prostate issues to the point where he was now sitting to pee, to urinate. And literally one night his wife thought that the tap was on in the bathroom. So she jumped up thinking the tap left on. She say, girl, I was so happy to see my husband standing to the toilet. And so was he, standing to the toilet to take a pee. Guys, are you hearing me? And man, Dr. Denise, man, share some testimonies with them, because you was doing deal with it on a daily basis, day for day, every day. Share 1 or 2 testimonies with our phenomenal listeners that we have out there, please.
Wow, my testimonies is really, as I will just share 1 or 2 with you guys. I mean, overall, prostate issues, stage 4 cancer cases issues, prostate, breast cancer. I mean, I have a young woman, a doctor's always bashing her. You need to cut off that breast. It's going to rot out within the next 6 months, and she's like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm taking my SANKI products, and she showed her doctor it, and so forth. Some knew it, some have done. Mind you, folks, let me tell you something. There are doctors in my end of the world here who are taking these products and giving it to their family, but they because of reasons, they won't recommend it to the public. But we always know that they are taking them silently, and and she's on it. When she went back about 3 months back, after 5 years of battling, that they told her she had lung cancer as well. I said, listen, girl, you just take these products, and in 4 days, when I checked back, I said, you have no cancer. What you have is high inflammation, and you have been diagnosed with pneumonia in your early. She said yes, she could remember that when we went through the scans and the bloods and all of that. And I told her, I said, listen, these are some of the issues you have underlying issues here, and that is what they are picking up. They couldn't even say exactly if it was that, but they say, and you telling a patient you have that and you have to come in to do this. She said, but you haven't diagnosed me properly. Within 1 month, she went back in, full bill of health. She wrote out her testimony and put it there out for us to read. First, let me tell you something. This is repairing, reversing, recover, and restore. I never really fully understood 100% of the time, 100% of the people, until I personally started to be a user. And let me tell you something. I just don't prescribe and diagnose. I am a product of the product. So if you say, well, you don't have any issues and you have to take it, yes, because the foods that we are eating today is cardboard. It's not nutrition, and you need nutrition in your body. So what you are eating outside there, you might think is nutrition, but it's not, because your cells are definitely not getting it. So folks, I have had kidneys issues as well. Persons are from stage 2, stage 4 coming back, healthy nephrolithiasis and all of these vessels within the kidneys, and everything is restructuring. I've had young women who have had hormonal imbalances and so forth. Just as Dr. Rutan said, one of my girls went in the toilet. She said something like a big snake fall out of vagina. Folks, it wasn't a big snake, it was a big parasite just fall out of the vagina. So the microbiome in the vagina now, can rest comfortably and is back in order once more. So folks, these are some of the real life things that we are seeing, we are hearing, mucus, all of these things coming out of the body, and the body is just resetting itself. God made our body to function at its fullest capacity, and he's also made doctors like Dr. Edias to come about with these instruction and information to get the body back where it needs to be. And if we don't go back to the drawing board, folks, you will always be outside there spinning top in mud, not knowing what to do. But we are the guardian and the keepers of these information. And if you are not getting this information tonight, well, then it will be constantly coming to you until you do get it. Back over to you, Dr. Rutan.
Yeah, because listen, as my sister, Dr. Denise said, we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop because we found a passion. And like she also said, we are not just promoters of a product. We are users of the product. That's the reason why we are speaking on the product, because we believe in the system. Okay. For me, guys, like my girl on here tonight, Queen Rhonda Burrows said, she said, man, Ruthan, I love to hear your testimonies every time, because it's something new. Because literally over a year, I've been taking these products. I have, like, now I laid in bed today and my legs, I literally could feel my butt muscles. And I know that's to y'all sitting on here, y'all say, man, listen, Dr. Denise, I could feel my butt muscles. I literally laid down and I squeezed them in and I released it. And I squeezed it in again and I released it. And so for persons on this line, you saying, okay, so what you talking about? And why is she so excited? Let me explain to y'all guys. I've not been able to walk since 2015. Yeah, me, hyper me, whoop, whoop. You know what a lady told me today? She say, I think you was really ingest that Belage because you full of energy. I said, yes, ma'am, I do drink the Belage. Yes, I do. But I have not been able to walk since 2015, okay? And I've learned to walk. This is my 6th time. It's been the hardest and the longest time to get up and walk. Why? Because in 2017, God didn't just sweep me off my feet. He knocked me into a coma. Bop, 10 days, out cold, put me in another world and all. Trust me. When I tell y'all that story, you're gonna be like, oh Lord. Listen, put me out for 10 days. When I came through, or however you want to say it, I could not sit up at all. Women, look at your breasts. Where's your breast on your chest? Now look at your knee. My breasts were sitting on my legs, literally resting on my legs. Remember, you got rib cage and everything between your breasts and your leg, eh? Everything was squished like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Literally. Could not brush my teeth, could not comb my hair, could do nothing on my own. My children had to do everything. My right arm literally started going numb from about, I would say like April of 2017. By the end of the year, it was completely numb. By when I first came out of the coma, my eyesight in my left eye was kind of going a little kind of. By the end of 2017, sight gone. By 2018, my left eye was just closing down. It would not stay open. Why? Because it was like the muscle weakness. Everything was getting heavy. 2019, December, when I started taking these products, guys, within 6 hours of taking the products, I felt a tingle in my fingertips and I was like, there's no way. Placebo. I'm a mindset reset coach, guys. Probably that's why I'm so hype. But listen, placebo. That was my thoughts. And I trust me, you couldn't tell me no different. I was like, okay, Ruthan, you willing this to work. You are willing this to work. When I came home, because that was in November when I first took it. When I came home that first week in December and I got my products, man, I remember laying in this bed with like 3 days taking the products and my legs start tingling. I was like, is it still a placebo? Could it be? I know, because this feel, no, because you know why, Dr. Denise? Because the same feeling that I felt was the feeling that I had felt. I remember when I had started to walk before. Like this, I can't, like, and people be like, boy, Ruthan, you're descriptive. If you have ever felt electricity, like persons that suffer, say, with maybe neuropathic pain and all that, you feel like electricity is moving through your veins. That is what I felt. I felt this energy pulsating through my legs. And so I lay in the bed and I remember going, I wonder if this for real, man. A week and a half later, guys, I was able to come off of 300 milligrams of tramadol. Never looked back. Wow. Never looked back. 1,800 milligrams of gabapentin, finished. Don't take it anymore. I used to take 3,600. Yeah, you hearing me. That's how much pain I was in. Neuropathic pain. Guys, I can't, basically, like they say, what is it, paraplegic, where you can't feel from your bust down type thing? So basically on my spinal column, I couldn't feel. to the point where you could have rubbed my back with the washcloth. I couldn't feel it. Now I could feel when they bathe me. I know where you are. I know where you're located when you touch my back. I couldn't tell you that
Yep.
before. Are you, y'all ain't hearing me. I don't think y'all are hearing me. These products, if y'all did hear me, y'all would have been dropping 555 in the comment section long time. Like, what? Oh my goodness, what? Y'all ain't hearing me. This is what's happening. My right arm is basically nearly alive. Listen, it's literally down to the end. And how do I know that? Back in 2015, Dr. Nelson, never forget her. In August, I had gone down the second time. So I'd learned to walk for the first time, gone back down. I had a relapse. I said, man, Dr. Nelson, how are I gonna know when I getting better? She said, Ruthann, everything is gonna reverse itself. I said, what? She said, it can reverse itself. So now I'm in a company. Hey, Dr. Denise, now I'm in a company called Reverse, Recover, and Restore.
Yes.
What?
Restore,
Okay.
yours.
Okay. Triple R, take that. 3 squared.
Yes.
R squared, cubed, take that. How about that?
Cube. Yes.
R cubed, total restoration. Reverse, recover, restore. So I'm telling y'all guys, you know, we have a question in the chat, and I think it's from Inga. You know what she said? I think she got shot in her spinal column, and she's asking, is there hope? You know, and one thing I can tell you, Inga, you have a spinal cord injury. One thing I can tell you, there is hope. We can't say that you'll suddenly jump up and do whatever, but you just never know, because guess what? It's going to detox, it's going to remove, it's going to reverse, recover, and restore. Things that you might have not been able to do before will now be able to happen. Be assured. Like my left eye now, my eye is wide open. Yours, hold on, let me turn the camera back on, because I think y'all, I don't have the picture up, but look.
Yeah.
My eyes are both the same size. Which eye is bad? You don't even know. Ha! Take that. How about that? Okay. Before, literally, my eye used to be closed down. Closed down. It looked like I was winking all the time. So we only came on here to tell y'all, reverse, recover, and restore. And before we leave out, because for me personally, it's not about the money, because guess what? The money can follow, because these products are absolutely amazing. So I'm not even going to share a compensation plan, business. I ain't getting there with y'all tonight. This call ain't about that. This call is to show you the power of what we have in our hands. Okay. Now you see this little symbol here, the BSCG symbol, that gold symbol, guys. All y'all athletes out there, that symbol is for you. Certified drug-free. This is the symbol that the NFL, all of the sports agencies, the Olympic athletes, that's your symbol. These products show you. You thought you could run fast? Oh, okay. Ain't no yam and cassava could compare to Balaj. You hear me? No yam and cassava. Huh? These products right here will take you next level in your health and in your achievement when it comes to sports. So if you're ready to show your coaches, and hint, hint, clue, clue, for all those parents out there that spending their money, got their kids in soccer, basketball, tennis, baseball, softball, volleyball. Listen, get your kids on drinking some Balage. Don't give them no more Gatorade. Give them some Balage and N7 after their game or before their game, and ask their coach how their performance is. How about that? If you're that athlete that wants to go and run around the track, drink some Balage before you do it and see what happens. Then drink your Balage and N7 when you're done. Restore your electrolytes. Get it back in your body. With that being said, guys, all I'm going to say to you is how you get these things. How do you get these products in your hand? This right here is packages for people who want, if you want to save, you want the best price. You want the best price possible. You ain't want to do no business, but you want the best price possible on these products, the best price. Join with that same unified starter kit. Now you can start anywhere. You could start all the way to the $5.99. That's the choice is yours. How did I come into the company? Because that's people. But how did you come into the company, Dr. Ruthann? Well, I came in where my faith lied. $5.99. That's where I came in. Did you really want to know? Did you really want to know? That's why I came in. $5.99. Okay. So If you want the best price, start right there at 159. Start right there. You can get tuberage, bel age, beautiful age, hydration, cellular level, brain, anxiety, depression, you know, pushing through. You want your kids to drink some? That's it right there. High blood pressure, diabetes, Cronwy, it's right there. Start there and you will get the best price possible. Now, if you don't want to do the business, then fine. Whoop, it doesn't matter. It's fine. But every time you purchase, the price will be the best price that you can possibly have. Okay, how about that? So I'm saying to you guys, I'm not telling you about any business, but I'm saying if you want the best price possible, start there. And get back to the person that brought you this call, because they can tell you how. They can send a link to you. They can say, yes, this is how you do it. And like I said before, we have fulfillment centers in the Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos. And of course, we ship all over the United States. We are now in Canada as well. So guys, get back to the person that brought you to this call. And I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough. So let me just check the chat, make sure that there's nothing in here that needs to be answered. No, no, no. Yes, it's been recorded, but I kind of forgot, you know me guys, I don't ever remember unless I have it set up to record. I always forget, but I have it on my YouTube, so I will download it and I will put it up to my, I did it on Facebook, so I will download it off my Facebook, put it to my YouTube channel, and I'll send it out to everybody. So I will make sure that you can get it. So yes, guys, I want to say thank you so much for getting on this call. But guess what? We will have a live and virtual event again tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Same link, SANKI242.com. Just click it at 6 p.m. And we will get started, and we'll be live in Nassau and virtual here on our virtual space, as well as again 9 p.m. tomorrow night, and then 6 and 9 again on Saturday. So all I say to you guys, and oh, tomorrow we're going to be on Beyond the Headlines with who? Clint Watson. Yes, we will be on there. Yes, guys. So you can find us on Facebook, and we'll also be on Shanique Miller again tomorrow. So guys, share the information. That's all we're saying, share the information. And like I tell you, I don't need you to be no business partner, I don't need that. I good. Thank you. I just want you to get healthy, eh? And I want you to live an optimal life. And the reason why these products were created, just to have longevity. And if 2020 ain't teach us nothing, it taught us that we need a little bit of longevity, eh? Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the Belage helps to build your immune system by 45%. And this is documented information, guys. This is not something that we're just saying because, oh, COVID hit. We did an in vitro trial, which means done on human beings, last year between December 2019 and March, prior to COVID and all that good stuff. We did it on, prior to COVID up until March 2020, which was just so like, wow. And we did it on the Belage, and we found the efficacy of Belage that can combat, what would it be? It would be influenza A, influenza B, gastroenteritis, and SARS, you heard me, SARS by 83%. 83%, guys. So get back to the person that brought you to this call. And yes, Ursi, yes, we are now in Canada. We can ship to Canada. We can ship to Canada. Canada, we can ship to you. So guys, thank you so much for getting on. Like I said, tomorrow night again, 6 and 9 p.m., same link. We love to see you, love to have you. Thank you so much for coming on, and get back to the person that brought you this call and let them know you're ready. You're ready. You're ready to get started.
Ready. Sign me up again. That's rude.
You understand? And like I always like to say, guys, service to humanity is what? Service to God. Good night, my friends.
Good night. Good night, all. Love you guys.
Good night.